This video was brought to you by Papa John's. They didn't give me any money, but they did bring a pizza and set it right in front of my door. They didn't even ring the doorbell. Way to go, Papa John's. Alright, so where was I? So after Chiang Mai, we went to visit another set of friends in southern Thailand, in a beach town called Krabi. You might recognize Krabi from the trailer of the recently delayed Fast and Furious film. Vin Diesel out there pretending to jump a car off one of these joints, and I hung out near to them, so I'm essentially part of the crew now. We stayed in a little Airbnb between Krabi town and Ao Nang. None of our drivers could find it. We hit so many different beaches in Krabi. Maybe one day I'll make a separate video about the beach scene there because it's awesome. And each spot is different. My favorite was Railay Beach, but we took a boat out to Hong Island. That was really fun as well. Got to take the girls snorkeling. The way the bigger boat tours work is you pay and they take you out for half a day with a group or a whole day. We did island hopping once. We went to 4 different spots. The first little beach, got to snorkel with some fish. It was awesome. Also, there was the Instagram influencers out there. You guys, I just had no idea how much our world has changed. Anyway, the second beach is where we had lunch. That was pretty good. Our tour also included this James Bond lagoon. That was famous for being in some James Bond movie. So it's pretty cool. You go in this little cave. There's other different kind of boats going in and out of there too. Of course, the main attraction is Hong Island. It's not the most famous beach in Krabi. That would be Phi Island, which was closed due to, I don't know, tourists messing it up or something. But Hong Island is really beautiful too. Crystal clear water. We were swimming with all these blue fish, snorkeling, and it was just really, really fun. Totally worth it. But the other beaches are really great too. This is Noparatara, which is a pretty chill little beach you don't have to take a boat to. When you want to take a boat, you can take one of these long boats. It's not expensive. It's a quick little trip. And so like when you want to go to Railay East, Railay West, you can take one of these. This is Railay West. It's pretty chill. You can actually stay on that island, but it's really expensive. While we were there, the girls and I took a little adventure through this cave while the tide was out, climbing over the rocks and just crystal clear water. So awesome. The only downside was it took us way longer to get back than we thought. We had to like hike over a mountain. You pretty much start and end your day on Ao Nang Beach. This is right across from a tourist strip, so it's not the most chill place, but it's really beautiful. Try to take a time lapse of the sun going down. I accidentally caught footage of a baby almost escaping into the water before its mother came and rescued it. And we also took a longboat out to Railay East. It's a tiny beach. It's not that exciting, but it's around some really cool stuff. You take this little boardwalk, then you find the wildlife. There's this little path that's kind of cut into the mountains, stalactites and cool little caves the kids were exploring. They were so into this. It was really, really fun. And if you're really legit, you can do more extreme rock climbing. That's a little above my pay grade. Now, this cliff is right next to this little beach called Phranong Beach. It's on the other side of Railay. And while the girls hung out here, I went exploring. So there's this little trail that's in this red dirt, tree roots and ropes. It's a little too intense for the kids to do, and it's hard to appreciate how steep it is. I couldn't really get the camera out while I was doing it very much. But it's a lot of hand over hand, and it was amazing. It breaks out into this view, and you can see that's Railay Beach and then Railay West on the other side. These little jungle paths, I mean, way out in nature. And then the jungle will like open up, and then you can take this second path down to the lagoon. Okay, now this does involve some pretty serious rock climbing. Well, at least what I would consider serious rock climbing. I did not know what I was getting into, and it was intense, actually. I almost turned back, but I didn't, and I'm so glad that I didn't. I mean, it took me several hours, but I made it down to the lagoon, and it's awesome. The only downside is when you walk out into this lagoon, it feels like you're stepping in straight nastiness. I hate the texture, but I posted this picture, and my local friend was like, "Dude, you hiked the lagoon?" So I'm not saying you need to be impressed, but he was impressed. Rewarded myself with some mango sticky rice. It was a really good day. What else? We watched the Super Bowl. Jason took me out to some barbecue in Krabi town. We got some chicken and, of course, Phad Thai. Now, I got my Phad Thai with tofu, so this is the meat stage. They cut it up and they're gonna just stir fry this in the oil a little bit, whatever your protein is. The noodles that they use are these kind of dried noodle that's in water. It's interesting. I don't know what the right word is for it, but this type of noodle is important to get that unique texture of, stir-fried Pad Thai noodles. Doing that double spatula stir and toss method. Add a little more oil, add an egg, just gonna stir that around, get it cooking, drop those noodles right on top of it. I don't know if that's chicken essence or sesame seeds, but this right here is a little bit of plum sauce. And then she uses tamarind and also some vinegar. I didn't realize how many varieties there were of Pad Thai, but this sauce mixture, people take it really seriously. Some people think there's a right way and a wrong way to do it, but this is how she did it, and it's pretty authentic as far as I can tell. Give it another good stir. The stirring technique is clutch, you guys. So once it's all kind of cooked through, then you add your veggies, bean sprouts, and also some scallions. And just toss those to heat them up. You add those last because you want them to still be a little bit crispy, have some bite to them. Look, I don't know how much more authentic you can get. Eat it right on the street. But you can also eat it back in your Airbnb, which is what I did. Wrap that up, and the flavors kind of get to sit together for a while. I don't know, I think it's even better this way. And you got your cold stuff, you got your cucumbers. Let you add that yourself. A little bit of lime juice, you can squeeze a lime over it. Then they give you the sugar and spice packet, and some nuts if you want. I gotta say, pretty hard to beat Pad Thai in Thailand.
TBH, I feel really lucky to have had such a nice, relaxing time in nature, since now I'm stuck in my parents' house eating hush puppies. Basically what happened was, we left China before the virus happened for family vacation, and then when the vacation was over, we couldn't go back to China. So, stayed in Thailand for a while. Also can't stay in Thailand forever, so we flew back to the States. Unfortunately, also the virus flew back to the States. Not with us, we didn't do that. Most of our stuff is still in China. I don't even want to think about my refrigerator, but look, we're all in this together, I know right now, talking about open markets gives people checking their temperatures, okay? And I almost didn't make this video, because do you really want to watch me run around eating snacks out in the open while you are stuck in your house? I don't know if you want to do that. Look, if you made it this far, apparently you did. All I'm saying is, I'm quarantined and I got time on my hands. Fortunately, I like cooking just as much as I like eating it on the street, so I'm out here not out here, I'm in here. I'm in here just making up some recipes like a boss. I might put like some little mini episodes on my Insta story, so you can feel free to follow that if you want to. No commitments though, I'm not saying for sure I'm gonna do that. So look, no commitment from me, no commitment from you. Let's just be free with this. Really, we're just riding this joint out like everybody else. Watching Disney Plus, trying to resist the temptation to buy a Nintendo Switch. Just one day at a time, right? Y'all stay away from each other.
Street food.